For 25 years, an old gardener named Samuel worked for a wealthy businessman named Richard. Every morning before sunrise, Samuel took care of the mansion's gardens. He planted flowers, watered trees, and kept the entire property beautiful. Richard was one of the richest men in the city. He owned luxury cars, expensive houses, and a successful company. But despite his wealth, he was proud and impatient. One day, Richard walked through his garden and noticed a few dead flowers. He became angry. Without asking any questions, he called Samuel. "You are getting too old for this job," Richard said. "The garden isn't perfect anymore." Samuel lowered his head. "Sir, I will fix it immediately," he replied. But Richard had already made up his mind. "You are fired." After 25 years of loyal service, Samuel was forced to leave. He quietly packed his belongings and walked away. He did not argue, he did not complain. He simply thanked Richard for the opportunity and left. Richard never thought about him again. Months passed, then disaster struck. Richard's business began losing money. His partners betrayed him. His investments failed. Within a year, he lost almost everything. His company collapsed. His luxury cars were sold. Even his mansion was taken away. For the first time in his life, Richard understood what it meant to struggle. One afternoon, while searching for work, he found himself walking through the countryside. There, he noticed a beautiful farmhouse surrounded by green fields and colorful flowers. The place looked peaceful and successful. Richard knocked on the door. A few moments later, the door opened. Richard froze in shock. Standing in front of him was Samuel, the old gardener. But Samuel looked different. He wore clean, elegant clothes and looked happier than ever. Richard could hardly believe his eyes. "Samuel?" he asked. Samuel smiled. "Welcome, Richard." Richard soon learned the truth. For years, Samuel had saved money from every paycheck. After leaving the mansion, he invested in a small farm. Through patience, hard work, and wisdom, the farm became successful. Samuel had quietly built a better life. Richard felt ashamed. He remembered the way he had treated Samuel. He expected Samuel to turn him away. But instead, Samuel offered him a seat and a warm meal. Then he said something Richard would never forget. "When I worked for you, I learned how important hard work is. I don't hate you, Richard. Everyone deserves a second chance." Tears filled Richard's eyes. The man he had treated badly was now helping him. Samuel offered Richard a job on the farm. Richard accepted. For the first time in many years, he worked with humility. Months later, he rebuilt his life. But he was no longer arrogant. He treated everyone with respect, whether rich or poor. Because he had learned an important lesson. A person's true value is not measured by money, it is measured by character. And sometimes the people we overlook today become the people who save us tomorrow.